I'm going to tell you a story. There is a woman I once worked with. I'll call her Valerie. At the time, Valerie was a middle-aged woman who held all of the front office responsibilities at a CEI satellite office. Basically, she was a high-level, high-functioning secretary. This woman was Judy on the spot. She knew her job so well, sometimes it felt like she could read our minds. With a staff of roughly 40 people, it did not matter who made a sudden request. It was always immediate results with this woman. Val, I need the, here you go. It was kind of spooky when she did that. Her attention to detail was like voodoo magic, but she couldn't have been a witch because she was such a sweetheart. Valerie's presence alone would put you in a good mood. Always smiling, always positive, always stalwart. Even when it seemed she was being taken advantage of by superiors, she handled every overload with poise. Some of us would get far more upset about her obvious mistreatment than she did. I overheard an inspector quietly give his point of view of the unfair treatment. He said, Val, I don't mean to be in your business, but that was wrong. Valerie's reply could be interpreted as positive and weak. I'm sure the inspector took it this way when she simply said, It's all right. It's my job to support you guys. But Val, some of what they're telling you to do is their job. That's not right. With a gentle, knowing smile and air in her voice, Valerie kindly said it again. It's all right. One day, I arrived to the office very early. I made it in before the sun, but light and darkness was already challenging one another in the office. The interior of Valerie's workspace was only illuminated by her computer screen. I surprised her when I entered the office. Her effort to wipe the emotional moisture from her face to hide her turmoil was fruitless. Puzzled, I asked, Are you okay? I mean, it's what you say when you don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm fine. I've always had a good level of discernment, intuition, if you will. Of course, her tears made it obvious she wasn't fine, but instinctively, I knew her uneasiness had nothing to do with work. Sometimes, when you have no one to talk to about your troubles, emotional struggles can spill over into violence, fears, or silent tears. So, I took a risk on intuition. Val? How are things at home? Why do you ask? Right there, I knew I was onto something because she replied with a question instead of the common answer of fine or good. I don't know, just a feeling, I guess. She went on to say something I get all the time, which is, I don't know why I'm telling you this. She paused thoughtfully, then continued. I finally got custody of my son. It took 2 years to get full custody and a restraining order on his dad. I sighed compassionately, but remained silent, leaving her the floor to speak out what she must have held in for well over 2 years. My son and I left Virginia to get away. We needed a change. How's he doing? I said. Oh, he's fine. He was only 4 when we moved here 2 years ago. I had no idea what I was going to do. I was a stay-at-home mom. I thought it was going to be hard to find a job, but I did. I've been working here for the past 2 years now. I'm a very positive guy. I don't tell my business, and I stay out of other people's business unless I see pain. I say that to say. I had no idea Valerie was from Virginia. I didn't know she was going through a custody battle with an abusive man. I only knew about her son because of the photos on her desk. Well, we are knee-deep into the discussion now, so I resumed. So, are these happy tears? I guess so, she says as she wipes to clear a path for the ones to follow. I don't really know anyone in Florida. All of my family are up north, so it's been a challenge to raise a 6-year-old boy alone. Somehow, I already knew the answer to what I asked next, but sometimes self-perception resonates with self from positive perception from others. Val, you are the happiest and most dedicated person here. With what you just told me, how is it that you're not bitter? Without a beat, she said, everything's all right. 2 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom with an abusive man, but we got a new start in a new state with a new job that I love. It's been hard, but my son is happy. I have a good job and full custody now. Everything's all right. As we concluded our chat, she offered me a gentle, knowing smile that said, thank you for listening. In 2007, when the U.S. stock market collapsed, the company Valerie and I worked for had to downsize. Valerie was one of the many who were let go near the end of 2007. But by the beginning of 2008, when the U.S. was deep into the recession, I learned that Valerie didn't miss a beat. She was immediately hired by a global-sized company. She now works in the downtown corporate office as Senior Human Resources Manager. Now, that's good stalwart karma.